Yeah, college football frenzy back. It's not 12:30. 12 o'clock. We're here early because I have a celebrity nutritionist coming on the
Nice.
Prospect podcast. Usually we're at 10, but uh, something going on. So I had to push the great Shane Stafford to 12, which sucks because I only have 30 minutes with him and I need at least 2.5 hours.
Yeah, yeah.
At minimum, to talk the things we need to talk through. So I'll do my best to condense it into 30 minutes,
Yeah.
cut him a break so he doesn't have to stay on the camera for 7 million hours. But
That's all right, man. That's what we do. We're like two chicks in the toiletries at the
uh,
club.
that's it. Well, you know
Take too
what?
long to
Like,
talk.
because chicks get to stay friends with each other when they get older, and men, all they do is just never hang out anymore. So
Yeah.
this is how it is. You
I
know,
know,
like
right?
I didn't know that when I was growing up, but if I knew that, you know, well, I did extend it pretty long. I can't say that I did it. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
extended it out to almost 40 years old. So that's pretty long.
That is pretty good.
But that's the age of most of the kids' parents that are my kids, like are my kids. So yeah,
Yeah.
I guess I extended that extra 10 years past them. That's probably that's probably why some of them are angry.
Yeah.
I got 10 extra years in there. Now, luckily for you, you got it back. You got a few. You got a few years tacked back on for you. You know,
A
since the
couple.
since the ending of your deal. So
Yeah.
now you get now you, all you gotta do is get on the phone with Dan Smith. He'll tell you what to do. So
Shout out to Dan Smith.
yeah. Just get on the phone with him. Send him a quick text. He'll tell you what to do. He'll give you step
No
by
doubt.
step.
He's got a game plan, bro. He's got
He'll,
it. He's got it.
he'll send his boy down with him, who's also in that same boat. Send him down with you. Still, because those guys still hit the gym probably 7 days a week. So
Yeah, yeah. Number one, if I hit the gym more than twice a week, that's something right now. My body won't be able to heal. I'm sore from
I've been
work.
hitting it though. I've been hitting it. I've been
I'm
hitting it.
sore from work, Dave. I'm lifting celery, 50-pound celery
Ooh, that
box.
sucks. Yeah, 50 pound celery. That might throw my back out.
Who you telling?
Yeah,
Damn butt cramps.
you know.
Anyway.
Well, you went from walking a dog and being in a relationship. Now I'm the one walking dogs and
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh, but anyway, no, it's all good.
It is. It is. It's happy times.
Oh yeah,
Happy wife, happy life. We all know that.
yes. Although unfortunately for you, you got screwed on the like. If you could have got if you would have had not that you didn't want one, I'm sure you did, but
Yeah,
if you had a child, at least you could pour your energy into that a little bit.
yeah, no doubt. No, we definitely tried. We
No, I'm
definitely
sure you
tried.
did. I'm sure you
Just,
did. Yeah, I'm
just
sure you did.
we practiced.
You practice. That's practice is the best part.
Yeah,
There's no doubt. Practice, unless you practice, you can't be perfect.
practice
Um,
is perfect.
what was I gonna say? Good visibility so far early today. People must like Shane Stafford. They must have missed you. So, did you watch that game last night? Did you watch that game last night or what?
I saw most of the. I watched a lot of highlights. I was
Okay.
working.
Who
Yeah,
you
I was working, but yeah, I do. I was a little concerned because I thought Ohio State was going to dominate that game. They ended up doing that, but that first drive, I'm like, man, they're getting pushed all over the field. That was a
Yeah.
little concerning.
Well, and then Ohio State reeled off like 31 straight points after
Yeah,
that, and then
yeah,
dominated. But they came, Notre Dame came back. I mean, and
right,
it made it 31-23 late in the fourth, and they had them in 3rd and 11. Okay,
yeah.
and I don't know if you saw the play, but I would like to. I'm
Rehash
curious.
it.
What's that?
Are you bringing it up?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and bring it up because I'm curious. For First of all, I thought it was a ballsy call by Ryan Day. Like he deserved the national championship. just a play call alone, even if it didn't convert.
Yeah.
But let me see. Let me pull it up here. Hold on. Final. Let me see. I don't know what I look up. Long Baham, Ohio State Championship. Maybe, yeah.
You said that was in the third quarter?
No, the end of the game. It was the end. It was the last. Let me see if I can find it. It was the last. Let me see what I can get here. The play that sealed the Natty. Let's see if this is. Let's see if this is good.
That was on 3rd and 8?
Third and 11.
3rd and 11.
That might not be bad. That's this angle here. It's a. I don't know if you'll. Let's see. Let's see. This might not be bad. Let's see what we got here. By the way, Will Howard showed me a lot in this game.
Oh, yes.
He
Yes,
just kept
bro.
coming back.
I love his footwork, his release. There's so many things that he did that I was extremely impressed on, and we can talk about that more. But yeah.
So it looks like, and I didn't really look at it too in depth in the game. And if I'm frozen, just let me know, which I'll probably end up being at some point.
No, you're not right now.
Okay, so it looks like they are. I know they brought a guy off the. Oh, what the hell?
They have one more 4th down conversion in him. They're going to.
Oh, that's not it. Let's go back. All right, here we go.
Yeah, it's a little choppy.
Is it choppy?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get a better version here. Hold on.
I think I have it right now. It's yeah, it's 3rd and 11
with the CFP logo.
2:45.
Spectral.
Let's see if I get. Maybe this
What do you want?
Good sprint resolve. And Lou Holtz is fired up.
It has to be. It's got to be the last highlight.
In Ohio State. Mismatch with Jeremiah. Predictable, perhaps.
All right, here it is. So they are in man free.
Yeah.
Looks like to me. Yep.
Which is kind of crazy on 3rd and 11.
I thought that
Why
was
would
crazy.
you go man free as a defense, knowing that they have talented specialists on the outside, and knowing that the kind of game that the quarterback has been playing so far this game.
I thought it was not a good call. I thought 3rd and 11, have 4 across and drop and make that dude get the 11 yards.
Right. Let him complete it in front of you, and then come up, make the tackle. Because Notre Dame, they were tackling fairly well, and they were around the football.
I mean, he comes out. So as a QB, I'm sorry. Okay. As a QB, you walk out and you look to your right and you see the slot eyeing up the nickelback eyeing up the slot. You already know, right?
Right. Well, here's the thing. He's playing outside leverage of that slot player because, like you said, is man free. But it looks like they go zero. That's exactly what happened.
Is it zero? Because
yeah, they went zero.
Oh, and nobody released, so the free safety dropped.
So he's looking to double him, and this dude falls down.
And that's not even where he goes. He just says, "Screw it, I'm going to Jeremiah Smith."
Yeah, I'm going to my best player. I don't care if he's a freshman. I mean, he looks like a freaking 28-year-old man.
Yeah, he looks older than me, and I'm 50.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, that's impossible. That's impossible for the corner. I don't like it. I don't know.
That is a hell of a route, dude. He's just
great
running
route. He stemmed it.
This is textbook, Dave. This is textbook route running. Go and attack your man and get him threatened when he turns like this, because he doesn't just run a fade at the outside shoulder of that corner. Just the way Smith runs this is how you would love everybody. He gives your quarterback so much room to miss, where the quarterback could just throw a punt up there because the DB is beat. I cannot believe they went basically zero right now.
Would you have been better off playing like either a match coverage or cover four with
Yes.
a spy with the middle linebacker, or even bringing the middle? You bring the middle linebacker, I guess. And if he runs, he beats you. You have zone anyway, so you're going to tackle him before 11 yards, right?
You would hope.
So you would hope. You would hope. He's a good runner, but he's not an elite runner.
Right.
If you play zone here, he's got to throw it in the window. He's good. He might throw it in the window.
One thing I know is I would
be
not
better with like two safeties and man. I mean, if you're going to go man, go like 2-man, and you're leaving the box struggling. But
yeah, you go 2-man now. You still have opportunity for rub routes and things like that underneath that can go for 11. My thing is this: I definitely wouldn't have let Justin Smith beat us, because that dude, he's balling, bro. I think that's his first name, Justin. But this receiver number 4, you're matched up man to man,
and they're max protect. They're in max protection.
Yeah, that's actually absolutely right. They said, "Screw it, we're taking a shot. If not, we'll punt it." It's a great play call.
Why wouldn't you be in zone if they have 2 backs in the back? Because I mean, theoretically, they could run. You don't care if they run. You'd rather them run, but theoretically, they could run.
They could, absolutely, because you still have a tight end.
If they ran with 2 backs and you're blitzing everybody, if they pick everybody off, they're out the gate for a touchdown running the ball. I mean, not that they were gonna, but
yeah, they still have a tight end. You could still get some rub routes going on and everything like that. But no, I agree. I don't understand this, to be honest. I don't understand this at all.
Listen, Ryan Day, and I've been critical of him sometimes at Ohio State. He deserves credit for just be like, I'm sure it's I don't even know if it's a check or they called that play, but basically like, hey, you got it, let it go, dude. And the bottom line is,
it looks like they picked up on tendencies about Notre Dame in this 3rd and long type scenarios in certain aspects of the game. It looks like that's what they picked up on.
A man-to-man matchup. Oh, seeing LeBron makes me throw up.
You love LeBron.
No, I mean, great player. I think he's a great player, but I just don't.
You can only take so much of him, is what it is. You get over LeBron.
Yeah, you get over LeBron. I mean, look, as a player, he's a great player. I mean, there's no.
And he's a great dude. It seems like
you know, it seems like at least it doesn't cause problems. Right?
He's raising his kids right. His kids. You never hear him getting in trouble. He's a good father, good husband, as we know of. I'm sure he's never cheated on his wife.
I mean,
I was just saying.
You can't tell me he's a billionaire. He doesn't go and say like, "Hey, listen, I'm a billionaire." Like, no, I don't love any. I don't love them hoes.
I don't love these. I'm out the dough. Hey, I know there's a lot of hip hop songs where you say you don't pay chicks, but I'm sure he might have dropped a few.
In his case, it might be better off. Well, that's what they tried to get Trump on,
Oh yeah,
but they couldn't get him. They couldn't get him.
Trump doesn't. He's got money, but I don't know if he has LeBron money.
Well, he's a billionaire. I mean, LeBron's a billionaire. You know what? He may not have as much. I wonder if he's like back in the day when he was like in his heyday, like the 90s and early 2000s. He probably had to be like one of the wealthy, but like so many of the properties didn't succeed. I think.
Right.
He had to sell them off, and I mean, like Taj Mahal, which was like, I don't know if it's still there, but that was like I remember we used to have like track our track conferences there, like coaching conferences, and I used to love going down there. That was like
yeah.
that place was awesome.
Yeah.
But I think it went bankrupt. Like it's just like
A lot of his do, and he's
yeah,
smart about it. That's for sure. He uses his own money, his own negative money somehow turns into positive money.
yeah. You get the cash out the business. Business is bankrupt. That business goes bankrupt, and then but you still
Yeah.
have your personal income. They
And
keep
then
their
you steal from everybody else.
hey man, I guess so. But
Yeah.
hey, you know what I actually liked that he did? It was almost like political theater yesterday. He did at his after the inauguration. He signed a bunch of.
Yeah.
I actually like that. I like that a lot. Like I like that. It's like you know what? All these things are usually like closed doored and like
Yeah.
done. He took like I'm sure he had to do a bunch behind closed doors, but he
Yeah.
took like 5 or 6 or whatever that people would just be roaring for, and he did them right there. And it's he's probably signed a blank piece of paper.
Dude,
But
that's his experience of his reality shows. He knows how
yes,
much
showmanship.
that is gonna polarize this country, and it's gonna make him more popular. Like he's an unbelievable businessman, bro. Like
Yes.
he's amazing. Should he be our president? I don't know, but I don't know if anybody else should either. Because right now we
Like
suck as a united
I think he's going to
states.
clean all this shit up, and then listen. 4 years, I like the guy who's the vice president. I love a lot. Maybe he
Yeah,
becomes the president, and he's like the kind of regulating force.
yeah.
Because he's very likable. He came from I don't know if you know the. You should watch that movie, by the way. And Hillbilly Elegy.
Oh,
It's about the vice president. His how he like his life growing up.
yeah.
Yo, have I ever told you about this movie before?
No,
Yo, you would appreciate it growing up from in Eastern PA.
it's
He
on
grew up in.
Netflix, huh?
It's what's that?
It says it's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix. Do you have Netflix?
I do.
Yeah, watch it, dude. Watch it.
I
I
will.
guarantee you'll like it. There's a lot of famous actors in it, but it's about his, I guess, his memoirs he wrote when he was like growing up
Oh wow.
and then going to college when he was in college and stuff, and then like post a little bit posted at the end. But basically, he grew up in I mean, I don't think I think you'd be hard pressed to find a lot of people that grew up in a crappier environment than him.
Oh,
And he grew up in Ohio.
it's
Family was
like
originally
is it like trailer park type crappy?
yeah, he grew up in a house, but it was like mother was like mother was like an addict. Um, no, the father left like when he was a baby. He doesn't even know his father, and then
Uh-huh.
um, although in my research, I looked up his father, and I found him. He just died actually last year, but he had a whole different family. Like left, moved to Florida, a whole different family. But anyway, but the story's great because he's originally from like I guess the family's originally from West Virginia. It goes back to the history of his family, and
Okay.
they're from the mountains of West Virginia.
Yeah.
The mother and the grandmother and the grandfather left to try and get a better life in Ohio, working factories and stuff. Then you see what happens. They live in Middletown, Ohio. You
Hmm.
see what happens. Like factory eventually goes
Sure.
away. The life that they started out like with is like they're still in that same house because it all kind of like fell apart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But and then it shows the next generation what happens. It's very interesting. But they're all very intelligent, but they just had a lot of circumstances. The mother, who's in the movie is a drug addict, was salutatorian in her high school. It wasn't like she wasn't smart; she was very smart, but she just never. I think she got pregnant and she never took it. And then and then he is really the one who gets out He's the one that gets out,
Mm.
and but he had to like it was a long road. Like he didn't just get out. Like
Right.
he was like, you know,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah. You like crabs in
making a lot
the
of
crabs in
mistakes along
the
the way.
what's the name? They just want to pull you back.
Yeah.
Back
But
in the barrel,
it's
man.
interesting
It's
because
hard to get out.
the grandmother, who I think is dead now, the grandmother,
Uh-huh.
who's not, she ain't no saint. Like she's, maybe
Right.
you could argue was part of the problem for the mother, but she like kind of reels, like basically says, you know what, somebody in his family's got it. Something's got to, like someone in his family's got to be the one to change. And like he has this like he's very smart. Like they see that he's smart, but he's
Mm-hmm.
not doing well. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think he played sport, but sports is not a part of the movie. I think he
Mm-hmm.
was like a football player in high school and stuff, but like it wasn't a part of the movie. But it was like they could see that he has, he's intelligent,
Right.
and they're just trying to. But
Yeah.
it's great. I think you would find the movie. I found it really fascinating in that how your family. It's so hard.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, think about it. The guy's the vice president of the United States. So not only did he break out, but some of the other things that happened along the way that where people did support him and did like it did help him. Like it's that battle between there are people that are supporting you and there are
Right.
people that are holding you back, and you have to, but you have to be able to figure out a way to get out of that. Like you got to figure out like how to. Ultimately, you've got to do it yourself. Like not that there's
Correct.
the person who's supporting you or help. They are helping you, but ultimately, you've got to just kind of make that decision
Yep.
that you're going to get it done.
Yep.
And like his sister's a huge part of it. She's like, you'll see. She's home. She's like stable. She ends up marrying and having kids. She lives in the town,
Mm-hmm.
but she's like stable, kind of. You know what I mean? Like she relies on him, when he's away, but she's stable.
No, I
And
feel what you're saying. Yeah.
but it's really interesting because he's constantly in this battle. It's a never ending battle. I bet you he still has it as the vice president of the United States. He still has that battle, and it also shows you the importance of choosing the right mate. In my opinion, the
Oh,
woman
no doubt.
the woman he's with, and he's obviously married to her now with kids. The woman he's with keeps supporting him no matter how shitty the things are. Like, and she doesn't come from that. I mean, she comes from she's Indian. She come like her father has made it. I'm sure he was an immigrant, but her father's made it. She like it's very I think you got listen, you would love it. I guarantee you'd love the movie. Guarantee it. Anyway, it has zero to do with national championship.
Yeah.
But
No, I definitely want to check it out, bro.
But anyway, the game was a great. Listen, one thing I was happy about was we were doing a watch party last night with Steve Cully, Tyler King, and then the guy Frank. That was
Yeah.
a trip. And then Tyler King came on. Thank goodness he came on the last hour or so because I had to put my kid to bed and I came back on after that. But Notre Dame was down 31-7. I was just like, they
Yeah.
should let Notre Dame in the national championship again if this happens. But they came back. They fought back, which I think is the quarterback is a big part of that, and the coach is a big part of that. That coach is I think he's good. I think he's
Yeah,
good.
no doubt. Hey, I just want to I agree with you on all that. I definitely am glad that you pointed that out to talk about that watch party because I definitely want to try and or not watch party the what's the name the movie you're talking about. But dude, as you were talking, I was kind of looking up this throw to Mark Andrews or Andrews,
Yes.
not Mark, but bro, he wasn't late. He just missed it. He hit the dude in the chest, catch the ball. You're an all pro tight end. Now, I will say this Baltimore was having problems catching the football last night. Um, Derrick Henry dropped a wide open pass that he threw that was thrown a little bit behind. We all know what's his name's accuracy is not great. So Lamar Jackson, like, you don't expect every ball to hit you right on your face mask or on your chest, your upfield shoulder pad type of deal. He's talented in what he does. I just can't believe that they're trying to get on Lamar Jackson when technically this 2-point conversion should have been caught, should have been tied, should have gone into overtime. Drop back.
I also think Mark Andrews having a rough game. He had the fumble early on, and
Yes.
and you know this. Listen, the guy's might be eventually be a Hall of Famer, but like he's a great player. He's an All Pro.
Oh, he'll be a Hall of Famer. The dude, he just broke the record for most catches in as a tight end in the history of the Ravens football club. You have Ozzie Newsome. You have multiple tight ends that have been there.
Yeah. So he
and if you look at him sorry to cut you off, but I paused it right when the ball hit him in the chest. His eyes are looking at the defender and not at the football.
I feel he was probably also trying to figure out how close am I to the sideline.
Absolutely. How close am I to getting in?
And he just a split second didn't concentrate just enough.
Yep.
And he probably catches the ball every time, so he never in his head. It's like I'm not dropping it.
Right.
You know, it happened. This sounds crazy. It has nothing to do with this, but it's like it sounds crazy. We were in overtime in this 2016. I was coaching a team. I was an assistant, and we were in a state championship. And back and forth game, tied, goes to overtime. They score. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, they score, and now we run a wheel route with off the sniffer, and it's to our guy who never drops the ball. He's like a fullback kid. He carries the ball a lot, but he's just had unbelievable hands. Played at Lafayette like superstar, and he takes his eye off the ball as it's coming in. For what? No one's around him. For one brief, like literally, like you see it on film, like he kind of like peaks because he probably never thinks he's ever going to drop because he never drops anything, and he actually drops it, and we lose the game.
Yeah.
So I could see it. Even everybody's a human, you know what I mean. So a pro like him, who probably catches it all the time, and like kind of in his mind is just like I'm going to catch it. Now, am I near the sideline, and how far is this defender away from me? Type of deal. At the same time that he's catching it, instead of just catch it, like we always teach everybody, catch it first and then worry. But he's probably like, okay, this is the game. As he releases and the ball's coming to him, am I too far? Because it took a long time for him to throw it. And it's like, am I too far? Am I in? Because he stops. Remember, he stops. He also stops, right? He stops his body because he knows he's near the sideline.
Well, Lamar, he's still 5 to 6 yards away from the sideline, and that's part of the reason why Lamar put it on his chest. Like you're always taught as a quarterback, Lamar is pretty accurate. He's wide open. So he tries to slow him down, which is now telling the receiver, okay, I might be close to the sidelines, but his eyes get turned into the defense and he takes them off, and you'll see it like right when it hits his chest, he's looking at the defenders. The ball hits him in his chest.
I definitely think there's no, in his mind, there was, that split second, I'm catching the ball, where's the defender? Like, am I going to get in? You know what I mean? Am I going to get in? Is this guy going to hit me and I'm not going to get in?
It's such a shame, too, Dave, because here's the thing. Yes, Andrews was having somewhat of a rough day for him. Like, he's like one of those guys that never, ever makes mistakes. Living here in Maryland or in Delaware now, like I see these Baltimore games all the time. This guy never screws up, ever. He's like the most reliable dude, and unfortunate, it happens, and it's like a long handoff, but it unfortunately didn't happen, and it's like, here's where I was going with this point is, Mr. Reliable, like at the free throw line, and then you miss a one-on-one, you're like 9 for 10 on free throws all game, and now you miss 2 straight free throws when you're down by 1 and you lose the game. That's all people remember.
Absolutely. All right, listen, I have to jump.
Okay.
Dude, awesome points. I'm clipping these up. I'll see you next week.
Yes, sir.
You're the best, bro. Glad to
It's
have you
great
back.
seeing you again, man. Take care.
All right, later.